Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 884. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do decide to stick around and support me, welcome and thank you very much. I feel like somebody's ancestors are present, so there could be something going on at home, with family, at your job, something to do with your stability or your close relationships. I feel like what your ancestors want for you the most is to feel safe and grounded and clear-minded, because they want you to make decisions that support your well-being in your future, or if you want kids or have kids, your kids' well-being in their future and future generations and stuff like that. It feels like somebody's ancestors are thinking, I believe that everybody's ancestors look at things from as a bigger picture. But it feels like somebody's ancestors are kind of like highlighting that for someone. They want you to think long term in terms of like future generations, building the groundwork, a stable foundation that future generations can build off of and rely on. But that stability that starts with you from within. There could be something significant here about stabilizing your emotions by better understanding your thoughts and the way that you think and your beliefs. Emotional regulation might be significant. Moving into interpreting the number 884, the number 8 is about letting go of someone or something, walking away. This definitely feels more emotional given what we were just talking about. But it can definitely be physical, because I do believe that emotional release, a lot of the times, leads to some sort of physical release, letting go of an unhealthy relationship, of a job that's not good for you, an unhealthy way of living. There is something here emotionally, I feel like, and say for everybody, that you need to work on letting go. It feels like there's some sort of resistance, a lack of acceptance for something that you can't control. And I feel like you're being called to use this frustration to project self-love rather than self-destruction, to project wisdom rather than ignorance. There is deeper meaning to what you're going through, why you feel the way that you do, and it's important that you find purpose in it to help you stay focused on what matters the most and to keep you moving forward and just not miserable and unhappy and disappointed. Someone here could run the risk of, being their own worst enemy. Someone might resonate with a self-fulfilling prophecy, or maybe there's a self-fulfilling prophecy here that you might need to take a deeper look at. Like, you might feel like pessimistic, like, of course that's going to happen. I'm not blaming you, but it might be good to look at, what did I do that helped push that outcome? What didn't I do that could have helped push a different outcome? Accountability is important. And that's not just for you, that's for other people involved. Or, it's also important to consider other forces that are not within your control. But I do feel that it's time to find closure if you aren't already. And this could just be confirmation for someone to keep going on your healing journey, or it could be confirmation for somebody to start that healing journey, to really start taking your mental, emotional, spiritual well-being seriously, which ultimately is taking your reality, your quality of life seriously, the outcomes that you have in life seriously, but not so seriously that you get down on yourself. It's a balance, it feels like. A balance between, I don't know, maybe only you know. Or there's just some sort of journey here that you need to go on to find out what balance you need to find. The number 4 in 884, this number is why I felt the presence of someone's ancestors, as well as initially feeling like I wanted to use the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards because of the number 4, but I changed my mind. But yeah, the number 4 is about stability and balance. I also think of the number 2 when I think of the number 4, because I think balance and stability kind of go hand in hand. That emotional balance creates physical balance or stability. So, but this could be stability on many different levels. It definitely feels like it's emotionally for everybody watching this, but for some people it might also be physically, and it makes it all the more important to take your emotional state more seriously and to take care of yourself in the way that you need to be taken care of. Adding up these numbers, 8 plus 8 is 16, and 16 plus 4 is 20, and 2 plus 0 is 2. Like I said, the number 4, I always think of the number 2, so that's just really, really strong confirmation to focus on what balance you need to find. What extreme do you need to identify? And I think once you identify what that extreme is, you will know what energy, what thoughts, whatever needs to be added to balance out that extreme, if that makes sense. So like if you're feeling very frustrated and really taking things for granted, for example, you can balance that extreme out by being more appreciative, grateful for what you do have, or what is working, to help balance out that extreme and help you feel less frustrated. That's just one example. It might resonate for a lot of people, because I think a lot of the times, it can be hard. We get in our heads about what isn't working, what we don't have, and it can make us get a little lost on what matters. So if you resonated with that, you're not alone. But yeah, take your choices seriously. Prioritize what matters the most to you, and to your family, to future generations. There could be something significant here about a turning point, and you being involved somehow. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing on a card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle to see what wants to come through for you and how it might come back and relate to 884. I have the Hanged Man in reverse. This has the third eye chakra. I'm not sure what element or planet. Is that, yeah, the planetary symbol is. So if you want to look it up, go ahead if you feel called to. The Hanged Man, this in reverse, it tells me that someone here is being too risky. I feel like if you don't change course now, you're basically locking in a future that is very unfavorable for you and future generations. This very much feels like a turning point for somebody, so take this moment and your decisions in this moment seriously.